Hey guys, hi guys, welcome or welcome back to my YouTube channel. If it's your first time watching, welcome, honey. I hope you like it here and I hope you choose to stay. If you are a returning subscriber, listen. Sarachi. I feel so embarrassed. Sarachi. Oh. Okay, anyway, thank you for the likes, thank you for the comments, thank you guys for interacting with my videos. Like, I am so happy with how this channel is growing. Of course, I've been away for like a minute. I feel so guilty, but yeah, a lot has changed, a lot has happened since the last time you guys saw me. I will definitely do an update and sit down and talk about everything that has happened in the past month. But yeah, that is not what I'm here to talk about today. Right? Today, I want to tell you guys about, it ain't about the, well, it is about the money. You can't really forget about the money. Anyways, if you have money and you want to give me some money, I'd be very happy. I'd be very happy, guys. But yeah, so on today's video, I'll be talking about the cost of moving to South Korea. So without wasting any more of your time, let's get right into it. So when I found out about teaching in South Korea in 2020, I was like, okay, let's see, what do I need, how much do I need? Okay, so the first thing that I needed to do, or the first thing that I spent my money on, was getting a TEFL certificate, right? So I did my TEFL certificate. I did my TEFL certificate with TEFL on the beach, and I paid 295 rands. Right, this was in July. This was in July. I was like hyped. I was like, yes, I'm doing this. Thing is, you have like 6 months to complete your course, right? So I was like, yeah, I'm definitely gonna finish this before the 6 months expire. Guys, I got a job in, when was it, in October. Was it October or November? Yeah, I got a job and I couldn't finish it because I don't want to use that as an excuse, because yeah, I was just lazy. Yeah, that's what happened. I was just lazy, so I had to redo, or I had to like pay for my TEFL course again. So I paid twice. But you have 6 months, so that's like a lot of time. You can do it in 6 months if you like put your mind to it. You can definitely do it. The second thing that I spent my money on was my passport. So I didn't have a passport. Yeah, I've never been international. I'm not an international girl. Well, now I am. But anyway, I've never been out of South Africa before coming to South Korea. So yeah, I didn't have a passport. I had to pay 400 rands for a passport, right? The next thing that I spent my money on were passport pictures, and I paid 80 rands for passport pictures. It's so weird because I took the first batch of passport pictures, but they were so my skin was so, how can I say it in a nice way? It was glowing too much. The glow was a lot. Anyway, I took the first batch of passport pictures. I didn't like them. They were like so I went back, I put on some makeup, I did my eyebrows, and I went back and took another set of passport pictures, and they were amazing. I could actually show you guys my ARC. It looks so cute. But anyway, the fourth thing that I spent money on was my police clearance certificate, which I also had to do 2 times. Because why? Because the borders to South Korea got closed for South Africans, so I couldn't come to South Korea anymore, which hurt, guys. Yeah, no, that was very devastating. That was so sad. I feel like a lot of people a lot of people, that I know actually went through the same thing. Yeah, because wow, yeah, it's been tricky getting here, but anyway, we made it by the grace of God and at the perfect timing, guys. Here's my little testimony, right? So my grandmother was sick. My grandmother had cancer, and I guess we all knew that she was gonna die eventually, but yes, we had faith that she might get better. But I think sometimes the will of God is not to heal people, but the will of God is to let them rest through death. And personally, for me, I'm not really afraid of death, or I'm not scared of death or anything like that. Anyway, that's not topic for another day. Long story short is that my grandmom passed on the 29th of March. Oh no, it's the 27th of March. Wow, so 2 days, yeah. Last year around this time, my grandmother was really, really sick. She went to the hospital and she passed on. And I was like, that is great. That's amazing. Because imagine if I had lived. I was due to leave in I was due to leave in January 2021, right? So I was like, imagine if I had lived, and when I get here, I'm like, I get a call from home saying your grandmother has passed, and I can't attend her funeral. So it's like, God, thank you for your perfect timing. Everything worked out well. I got to bury my grandmother and I am at peace. So yeah, what did I say? I spent 150 on a police clearance certificate, and I had to do that twice because my old one expired. Guys, my old one expired. When it expired, I think 3 days before my old one expired, they opened the borders to South Korea. Oh, my heart. And the first time I did the PCC, it was like very quick. I think I got it in 3 weeks. The second time, I remember I applied for it on the 19th of April, right? And I only got it on the 2nd of June or the 6th of June. Yeah, but I waited for a long time, which was very frustrating, guys. So if you are thinking of coming to Korea, I'm gonna reiterate this because yeah, just go get your PCC done. If you're thinking about it, get your PCC done. The fifth thing that I spent my money on was notarizing my degree at Sakwa, I don't know, for 610. So I paid 610. At that time, they didn't have any backlogs or anything, so it was very quick. I think I got it in 10 days. It was very quick, and I was like, oh, dang, let's go. Okay. And then I had to ask them to take my degree to Durko, right? That time I was still waiting for my PCC. Oh yes, that was the first time, right? And that time, guys, police clearance, pie and heart palpitation. It took me through the most. I went through the most because of that police clearance. So what happened was that they didn't write my name correctly. Yeah, they misspelled my second name, and it was a whole mess. Yo guys, the incompetency, guys, oh my gosh. Okay, anyway, yeah, so I spent 500 rand getting my documents. Well, at that time I only got my degree, getting it to Durko. So I had to pay 500 rands to Postnet, and yeah, they sent it back to me, and all of that was covered. Okay, and then obviously I waited with those documents from 2020. I had my apostilled degree and my apostilled police clearance, but I had to wait for borders to open, and eventually they did, but that was too late because my PCC had already expired, so I had to redo it again. Yeah, this whole process was texting. Okay, it was texting. taxing, yeah, emotionally draining. It was taxing. It was, yeah, it was a lot. Yeah. Anyway, I had to wait for that. I had applied for my thingy again. I applied for my PCC again, and yeah. So the good, oh, not really the good thing. The good thing is that I got a job, so I had to I got to save a little bit of the money to help me with my move to Korea. Okay. Anyway, I then went through my application process. Okay, so here's what happened with my my application process, right? So I was applying, guys. I was applying to so many recruiters, so many agencies. Nobody was getting back to me, and if they were very reluctant in taking me on because I was in South Africa and the whole COVID thing was happening, third wave of COVID, like it was just a mess. So a lot of people were not like willing to work with South Africans, or I don't know, whatever the case may be. But anyway, I got a response from 2 recruiters, and the other one was she wasn't very consistent in her communication, you know. And then the other one, like whenever I would email her, she'd get back to me on the spot. So I was like, okay, I have to go with this one. And I was like, hey, I need a job. I have all my documents ready, nah. And she was like, oh, okay, fine. If you can, send your documents over to South Korea. In that way, it will be so much easier for me to help you secure a job. And I was like, what? Darling. Scary, right? And I missed her for like a month. I ignored her and I tried to find another agency or another recruiter to work with, but yeah, I didn't get lucky with that. So after a month, I decided, you know what, it's okay, let me just send my stuff through. And sending my documents to South Korea cost me 710. I sent it over with DHL. It took like 4 days. I remember I sent it on was it a Friday or a Thursday? I think it was a Thursday. I was from work. I was a bit late, but the lady was very lovely. She was like, yeah, we're closing now, but we can help you. So I was like, yeah, okay. And then we got that over and done with. Fine. The next thing that I did, right? So I sent my documents, I got the job, secured the job, and they were like, okay, fine, we're applying for your visa and my visa issuance number. I got that, and immediately when I got that, they were like, you need to apply for your visa. And before applying for your visa, you actually need to take a chest x-ray, right? An x-ray scan. I don't know why. I don't think people who came here before 2019 used to do those things, but yeah, you have to do it now. So I paid 810. After that, I had to go apply for my visa. Oh no, after that, I sent my application, or my visa application form and everything to the South Korean embassy, right? And that cost me 120. I sent it with the courier guy and it was like delivered in a day or 2. I sent that along with 900 rand. So I had 900 rand in my envelope, and yeah, I sent that through the South Korean embassy, and yeah, that's how. So 900 rand for a visa application, right? And then I got my visa. And then I got my visa. I was excited, guys. I was so excited. I was so excited. Like, I was so excited. I was filled with so much joy. I was looking forward to my whole journey. Like, I've been wanting to come to Korea for a while. Well, at that time, like, I really wanted to come to Korea for a while. So yeah, I was ecstatic. Listen, I was over the moon. Anyway, I went there. I got my visa, right? And then talking about this kind of upsets me. And then I had to get my PCR COVID test done. I had to get my COVID test done, and I paid 850 at Empath, right? I paid 850 at Empath, and yeah, I paid 850. I was so upset after paying that. So my agent, not my agent, like, guys, my whole yeah, I need to talk about this sooner or later, but like, yeah, I'll do another sit down talking about what happened with my whole application. Yeah, so my agent didn't book my flight on time. So after 72 hours, my PCR test expired and I had to go redo it again for 850. Okay, so I just want to say to you guys that I was working. I was fortunate enough that I actually had a job. I am a construction baby. Yes, I was working as a quantity surveyor in a mining, at a mining company. No, I was working at a I was working as a quantity surveyor for a consulting company, and the consulting company was consulting for a mine. A mine, yeah, so a mining company. So I was lucky because I could like save some money and I was able to help myself get some of the things that I needed to come here with, like what? Yeah, like a few things, like a few jerseys, because I came here in winter and it was extremely cold, darling. It was freezing cold, so I could get like a few jerseys and other stuff, like paying for my visa and paying for my chest x-ray, all of that. I did that from my own money. And of course, my sweet mom and my sweet sister helped me with some cash to survive my first month. If you are wondering, how much did you survive on for the first month? I had 7,000 rands, right? So I had 7,000 rands, and when you get here, you're gonna need to do a medical health check. What happened with me is that my boss paid that for me, and she also paid for my ARC, so my alien registration card. She paid that for me, and at the end of the month, she actually deducted some of the money. She also bought me like food. Yeah, she got me like a few things like water, bread, what else, cereal, milk, and yeah, it wasn't that much stuff, but it helped me survive while I was in my 5 days of quarantine, right? So if you don't know, quarantine for people who are fully vaccinated will be scrapped. I think it was effective from the 21st of March. Yeah, just confirm, guys, but yeah, it has been scrapped. So I kind of feel bad for the people who are going to come in because they won't really have the time to kind of like adjust to, a new time zone and get to rest and so yeah. Oh, I also forgot to mention, you guys, the nice thing was that my director paid for my flight before coming here. Some directors do not pay, and you'd have to like pay and they would pay you back when you get here. But luckily for me, I was like, my contract stated that they will pay, so yeah, they paid for my flight. So yeah, that is it for me today, guys. If you have any more questions, I've been trying to reply to literally every single person who sends me an email. So if you want to ask me any personal questions, you can send me an email. I will definitely leave my email on the description box below, or you can leave a comment right here. That would be great, actually. That would be amazing. You guys, don't forget to like, don't forget to comment, do not forget to subscribe if you have liked it, if you like this, if you like me. Do not forget to subscribe, and I will be back again very soon. I promise. I'll be back again very soon with another one of my videos. Toodles! Bye!